Alright, Scorpio, this will be your September general reading. We're starting off strong. We've got the Sun, the Prince of Knives. We'll go ahead and we'll do the general, the 10 card pull. It'll be a story. We've got the Ace of Scepters. And I will be using the Phantasmagoria Vampyre Tarot. We've got the 4 of Scepters and the 7 of Scepters. And I just chose this deck before I started your reading. We also have the Strength card. And I'll be showing you guys what these look like as I work through. Whoa. Alright, we have the Chariot, the 9 of Skulls, the World, wow, and the Hierophant. That's a lot. So we have 5 major arcana in this reading already. I'm gonna go ahead and set the deck aside and I will be pulling from there if I need to clarify anything. Don't mind me. Yes, I'm peeking. I'm peeking a little bit. Just a smidge. All right. So we're starting off with the Sun card, which in this deck looks very much like the Lovers, and I want to double check. I did a little bit of research earlier, and so if any card comes up and specifically represents another sign, we'll be talking about that as well. The one thing I will point out with this card is that she does have a rose tattooed on her arm, and right up here, that is actually also the symbol for the sun, and I looked it up and it's also the symbol for gold, which I thought was interesting. And she's kind of wearing a crown, and he's got his, you can see his horns. Excuse my nails, y'all. I'm gonna get them done tomorrow. And the sun also kind of looks like an eye or a halo. And I've been reading a lot the last couple days. So the idea behind halos were actually kind of the form of an aura that people couldn't necessarily, like, it was associated, yes, more so with like religious, artistry and stuff like that, but it actually is symbolic of being able to see someone's aura, which I thought was also interesting here. And in this Sun card, it is masculine, feminine, beauty, and beast. But it also has that aura symbolism, gold, as well as being the actual sun card, and then having the symbolism for sun or gold at the top. We then have the Prince of Knives, and you can see he's kind of in pain, holding a rose. Again, there's a lot of roses, not just in this deck, but in this specific reading. He's holding a knife, which has like a heart symbol on it, but it also has kind of that circle with a dot in the middle on the hand, on the hilt, that represents the sun. And there's a crow in the background, and crows can be like the symbol of like an ill wind. And there's another way to say that, but for some reason that is the way that it is coming to mind, as an ill wind. Then we have the Ace of Scepters. And this is, scepters again in this deck are fire, so this is speaking to the beginning of a passion-filled journey, and there's also roses there. So, and that's speaking about potentially a love situation, but it's not necessarily a romantic love situation. It can be something that you are passionate about as well. We also have the Four of Scepters. And what is here? So from her necklace, we actually have the Aries symbol there. And there's a feminine here on the end of the candlesticks. So you might be dealing with an Aries, a feminine Aries energy. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily a woman. It could be a man or a woman, but whoever that Aries energy is, they're more in their feminine. And there's also a laurel there, which can be a symbol of victory. With the Seven of Scepters, we have another symbol coming in here. And yeah, I just wanted to check. That is, in fact, Leo. And this one is masculine. So it would be Aries in a feminine energy, which could be still male or female, or Leo in a masculine energy, which can still be male or female. And that's what this one looks like here. And it's interesting because it's like, you can see the trees arching over in the back, and it's almost like there's a path back there, but it's, what I'm getting here is that she is crosswise of her path. So it's almost like, it's like you're dealing with these different energies, but very indirectly. Like Scorpio, you are seeing both of these people, but like in this energy, in this heartbroken place with that crow behind you, I don't even know if you can see the crow, but it's right back here. You actually have your back to the Four of Scepters and the Seven of Scepters. So both of these energies, the Aries and the Leo, may be interested in you, but you're not feeling it. And with the Leo especially, they have their back turned to you. And I'm feeling like you're in your head about this. Like this is where you are, and there's nothing on here to indicate that this is Scorpio. But I feel like Scorpio is in their head right now, and it is pointing at your sun sign, which would be Scorpio. Now this could be your sun, moon, or rising, but that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. And it's like there's this new journey that you could be passionate and excited about, but you're not really feeling it. And instead you've got this one person who's looking at you, the Aries energy, and you've got your back to them because you're still focused on your heartbreak. And then this Leo over here who has their back turned to you, like you have your backs to each other, but they're still showing up in their energy, and it's almost like their back being to you is in the way that they are crosswise of their path. I don't know if that makes sense. So if they could give you the time of day right now, they would be on their path, but for some reason they're not able to give you the time of day. And then we have the Strength card coming in, and this is, so this is where we start getting into the major arcana. There's 4 on the bottom of this. And I heard another reader, and she was talking about how major arcana means that this is in the now. And I know, and I really trust her readings. Like I've been listening to her for a couple of years now, and her stuff is spot on. It's actually, if you look at like the channels that I reference, hers is on there, and it's a mindful moment, a beautiful moment, something like that. She's on there. So here we have Strength coming in, and it's like taming your inner beast. And you can see she's riding a panther, but she's not stressed about it. And again, there's Leo here, and she's holding a cup. She's got this Leo symbol on the cup. So it's not to say that the strength is actually a reference to Leo. So it's like, this is Leo. This is where she's crosswise of her path and she's not really paying any attention to you. But here we have it like she's like coming around. So this Leo that you may be dealing with may be actually coming around, Scorpio. And that's not to say that this will be easy. So there's two ways that could be. It could be that the Leo energy is coming around. It can also be that you are being strong within yourself in this situation. And I feel like in order for the Leo to come around, you do have to have that same strength, because we are attracted, like attracts like. So you can't pull in someone who is confident and strong in themselves unless you are confident and strong in yourself. And this Leo is all about themselves right now, even if they're kind of crosswise of their path, right? In order for this to happen, you have to be strong in who you are and not try to pull them in, because it's not going to work. That's not how it works for the Leo. We also have the Chariot here, which also has a panther. And an archer here. And this is actually Cancer. But it also speaks to movement. And it's night, and we know the Phantasmagoria Vampyre Tarot speaks more to shadow side. And when I say it speaks more to shadow side, like, these are not overt actions. It's not a situation that you're going to see in someone. It's going to be behaviors and emotional responses. So here with Cancer, there's some kind of movement. And it looks like the Cancer and Leo are facing each other. That's not to say that they are together or that they are not. And I don't have the Three of Cups here, so it's not necessarily a three-party situation, in that nothing has been declared here. But so the other way, because it's not the Three of Cups and it's not speaking to a specific three-party situation. There are some people who are still dealing with the three-party situation that we talked about last month, but that's not to say that this is only that. So there's going to be that small group. There's also going to be some people where this is the same person, but like the Leo and Cancer energy, Scorpio, may be in the same person. So it could be their like sun, moon, or rising will be in those signs. It may also be because this is masculine and feminine, so it may be that they are bringing the different aspects of themselves into balance. In any case, you will see some movement, not see, but sense and feel some shifts in this, because the Chariot is movement, is change, it's development, it's progress. But like I said, again, the moon is showing up here. And this is the Nine of Skulls, which is, so that is Pentacles in this deck. And so this is like, you're almost to the point where you're getting your desires. And this is actually, I want to say Virgo. I'm just checking really quick. Yes, this is Virgo. So you've got a lot of other energies showing up in your reading, Scorpio. But you have fire, you have water, and you have earth that are showing up very strong. And this Virgo energy is feminine as well. But again, both of these are all showing up with like moon. So this is again shadow stuff. The Nine of Skulls is like you're almost to the point where you're getting that thing that you want. Like the seeds have been planted, right? And they're almost mature. They're almost ready for harvest. But you can also see she's unbothered by the situation. She's dancing, and she's got this blue rose in her hand, and there's blood on it, and she's like, she doesn't care. Then we go to the World. And here we have this, oh, there's a planet here. I'm going to tell you what that is in just a second. There's another panther. So there's 3 panthers in this deck. I'm going to say, check out what that meaning is for you. The planet that this is referencing here is Saturn. So check your Saturn placement. And again, there's another crow or raven in this deck. I'm sorry, in this card. And there's a wolf on this card and on the next one. So the wolf is actually showing up here as like a spirit guide with a rose in the center of its face. So check that out too, because again, with the next card, with the Hierophant, the wolf is here as well. But check your Saturn placement, and then this is a serpent, so that can speak to deception, but it is the World card. And I want to say, no. Okay. I was thinking that this was another sign, but it is not. But what I am noticing about this is that the panther is in the background of this one. In the others, it's more in the foreground. So it's like that beast isn't in control. It's like you being in control of the animal side. I don't know if that makes sense. But here it's like there is deception, but she's not being controlled by the deception. Like she's very aware that there is deception here. And she's not bothered by it. She's not fighting against it. And the thing that's important there, and of course with the World, I've not honestly read that with this deck. And in different decks it can come up with different things. Because this is shadow side, I feel like it's being open to the whole world that is inside you. And when I say that, it's like exploring it and getting to know yourself, because ultimately you have the power to create whatever you want within. And in doing so, you get the things that you want. And this is Taurus showing up here. Yeah, because it is the Hierophant. We have the Apple, which is like Lilith and Eve. And since this is a vampire tarot, I mean, it is not surprising that Lilith would be throughout all of these cards. But also, I want to point out, there's this star shape that he has on his chest is actually, I want to say it's fire and, is it fire and water? Yeah, it's fire and water. So if you overlay those triangles on each other, that's what you get, is fire and water. And I feel like that's really, really important, because it's like fire. First of all, there's a lot of fire in your reading. Like the first half of it is pretty much fire. I mean, it's the Sun, Ace of Scepters, Four of Scepters, and Seven of Scepters. But also, if you think about it, the only thing that can put out fire, I mean, the strongest thing that will put out fire is water. And I don't know, this just kind of popped into my head, but like with either any of the other elements, right? You can, depriving fire of air, like that logical process, that will smother the flame. You can use earth to smother a flame, and water, of course, will put out a flame. So it's kind of an interesting way for things to be balanced. But I feel like when you're overlaying that fire and water together, you are creating a balance there. And then we have the pentagram there, which is, you know, the elements and spirit. And I'm feeling very strongly about like the other energies that are coming up in your reading, Scorpio. But I also feel like there's that spiritual harmony that you find in the Hierophant. Like you have all these other things going on, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to get the things you want from the relationships around you if you don't have balance within yourself, if you aren't in control of yourself. So yes, you do know what you want from your relationships, but in order to get that, you have to be in balance and at peace with yourself. With the World here, you have to be the one in control. And actually that's really interesting, because I do feel like that is you. Like the serpent, yes, it can be deception, but it is also like it's another thing that can kind of represent Scorpio, like not just the scorpion, but also the serpentine aspect. So be at peace with yourself, like tame your inner beast, like calm your mind. And that is what will eventually give you freedom. And then whatever the energies are that are showing up here that you are interfacing with, you're going to get what you want and what you need from them. And I don't even like to say getting what you need from them, because I don't feel like you need anything from anyone. If you are at peace with yourself, the people who come into your circle will be the people who will willingly give you what it is that you desire. Not that you need them, but that is just the way that it will play out. So disregard, as far as law of attraction, disregard the people around you. Like you can watch their readings, the names of the signs that I've referenced here. You're welcome to cross-watch for them, but honestly, this month in September, it is so important for you to be at peace with yourself, because when you are in alignment and you are in a balanced space, the kinds of interactions that you are looking for will come to you. You won't have to seek them out. I hope that this was helpful for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of that. And I hope that you have a great month. Bye-bye.